Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all are having a most blessed day. It's time for your daily Bible verse. And today we're going to read Proverbs chapter 1, verses 29 through 31. Since they hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord, since they would not accept my advice and spurn my rebuke, they will eat the fruit of their ways and be filled with the fruit of their schemes. You know, the book of Proverbs and Ecclesiastes is written by Solomon based on the wisdom that he prayed to God for. He prayed to God for wisdom, and God was more than happy to give it to him. We read those verses before. And here he's saying, first verse 29, since they hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord, you know, people seem to be so happy to be blinded. You know, that's nothing new, but seems to have become even more of an issue nowadays. And that's an issue because, you know what? People are happy being blind. They're happy living how they want. They're happy living in lukewarm Christianity. You know, and that's a big, big issue. Because you know what? In Revelation, God says, the lukewarm, because you're lukewarm, I will spew you out of my mouth. And we read those verses already, but thought I'd just give a reminder, you know. People love living in sin, you know. When you have knowledge of your wrongdoing, you'll want to better yourself in reality. If you truly love the Lord and follow Him, that is, and did not choose to fear the Lord. You know, modern Christianity, and we talked about this a lot Monday night, there's so many verses all throughout the Bible, both in Old and New Testament, but there's many written in Proverbs alone on fearing the Lord. Modern Christianity has very little fear or reverence for the Lord, and that it's no surprise when you see how Christians are acting just like the world does. Since they would not accept my advice and spurn my rebuke, you know, since they don't want to live how the Bible instructs us to, you know, listen, none of us walk in perfectness, but we should be bettering ourselves daily and wanting to better ourselves daily. And spurn my rebuke, you know, Lord convicts and punishes those He loves. You know, conviction doesn't always feel nice. I made that video. It cuts like a knife, but that nasty feeling you get is going to make you want to better yourself. They will eat the fruit of their ways and be filled with the fruit of their schemes. You know, they will deal with the consequences of sin. You know, Jesus didn't take away the consequences of sin when He died on the cross. You have a blessed day. Jesus loves you. I love you too. Talk to you.